the truth profoundly. These are Germans here. For me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das, and Paul. They say Duane the writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's blight. Gotta wake up, see the light.
Phil, that is that Eric had an experience, and just to recap a little bit, Eric was in a grocery store, and he looked up and down the aisles basically, and he couldn't find anything of interest. So he goes back to Burger King, places his order for 10,000 McNuggets, and then one of the real guys walks in. Yeah, the Burger King guy walks in and tells him, "Hey, 6G is coming." And then kicks the tray as the guy's ready to deliver the meal to Eric. And so again, did Eric figure out what's going on between, I said, what's the difference between the supermarket, Eric, and ordering at Burger King? What's the difference? Now, did you figure that out, Eric?
No.
You didn't figure that out. You have no hint at all.
You know what? I can tell you what the difference is. The supermarket is a grocery store. You buy groceries. And Burger King is a fast food restaurant. You buy food fast. Thank you.
That's what they taught you in second grade, didn't they? Yeah, with
no, they didn't. I've been there. Clearly, you've never been.
You are good. You are good. And the hint is that when the Burger King guy, who was disguised as basically probably Rebazar, kicked the tray so that you had...
No, he said he wasn't Rebazar. He said he was just like the Burger King.
Well, he was fooling you, so he kicked the tray over, and there's your next hint. Eric, there's your next hint. What does that tell you?
That the Burger King isn't really a cool dude?
No, that you're still a donut. And the thing being is that here's the idea.
What does that mean?
Okay, mute Eric, and I will provide a definition because I think this is fun. Okay, the supermarket, Eric, represents variety of choice. See, when you go in the supermarket, you've got all these varieties of choices that there can be a benefit for you. But no, you didn't want that, okay? Supermarket, okay? The word super, to where you could be super.
It rhymes with Super Mario.
Okay? You're supposed to mute, Eric.
I was giving my thoughts.
And when I'm done, and you could do your commentary, you can do your Dear Abby commentary, okay?
Give the short version, please.
Okay. And then, but no, you went to Burger King to order and stick with your old consciousness of junk food. In other words, you like your old consciousness and living in it and thinking and seeing things the same way. You see? And so that's where you are. You don't want a variety. You don't want new experience. No, you want things the same, to where you stay Mr. Donut. And so that's why Rebazar kicked the tray. It's like, Eric, when are you going to stop eating and thinking the same way? In other words, it's not about Burger King. Burger King represents nothing. It's a junk food consciousness. That's what it represents. But you are ready to eat it because you like the same old thinking and the same old idea, and you don't want to see anything else. You want to just stay the same until you're dead. There it is. Very real, Eric, right in front of you. And again, they're telling you 6G. Wake up, kids. 6G's coming, Phil, to the U.S. first. Yeah, and they're going to keep doing it. Did you guys look this up on the internet? Spain and all the flooding. And you'll notice that they they destroyed all the food banks and everything over there with HARP. This is all being personally done. And just like they did Florida, all that was purposely done. They're destroying. They're constantly destroying.
What, you mean the hurricanes?
Look it up. Look at the flooding in Spain.
Yeah,
they're bad.
It's the beginning of depopulation.
Yeah, it's all part of it, Sonny, and it keeps going
The
just like
hurricane.
the King of Hawaii. Yeah, it's all harp.
Hey,
Wake
speaking of the
up.
King of Hawaii, could you get him on our call?
No, he's not interested in talking to Donut.
Can you give me his contact? Because I found his website and I can't get a hold of him.
Yeah, well, contact him through his website. You can do that, but no, I'm
I
not
tried
gonna.
to give him a call and his phone number doesn't exist.
Well, it does. You just have to know what it is.
He has it on his website. I know what it is. It just doesn't exist.
Well, Eric, see, that's where you just see things one-dimensionally. There's always a way, Eric. We're trying to help you. You see, we're trying to help you.
The way,
We have to
Duane,
call
is that you give me
the
his phone
medics
number.
have to come and pick you up and drag you to the hospital or the psych ward. Do you need to go that far?
I don't think I need to go to the psych ward, Duane.
Yeah. Well, are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I would take a look at the picture that you have in Skype here
Yeah, what
and
about it?
think about it.
It's a cool image that a friend made for me.
Uh-huh. Yes. Does he still like you?
I mean, we haven't talked in a while, but probably.
I wonder why.
So to be fair, his face isn't that small on his head, but it actually is a little bit on the small side. Sorry, Eric.
What the fuck, Phil?
You guys are funny. Okay. Okay.
So
Number
in this
two.
experience,
Number two.
I was in my room playing Fortnite. I was doing pretty good as always, and I was actually really close to the end of the match. I think I was in like the top 3. But then, no joke, this portal thing opened up in my room kind of next to the staircase. And at first I was kind of tempted to leave the game and go into the portal, but then I decided that, I really needed to finish the game because I was so close to winning. But then I changed my mind again, and I left my PC, I left to lose the match, and I walked through that portal. When I came out the other side, I looked around, and I saw that I was in this weird world. Everything was like cubes. It was like rounded cubes, if that makes sense. There were these like cube flowers and cube trees and cube mountains in the distance.
Like dice.
The grass, not
Like
exactly
dice.
like that. There weren't like numbers on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
dice.
there are other things in the world that are cubes, Duane, not just dice. And not all dice are cubes either. Have you seen like a D20? Oh, you're muted, right. I'm going to take that as a no. The grass just kind of looked normal though. But then I realized there were more people who came into the portal behind me. There was Phil and Kevin and that Fubby guy. And Kevin ran up ahead of us, and then the rest of us followed. We were all just like taking in the weird sights of this weird world. We eventually got to this forest area with a bunch of these cube trees, and then we heard something next to us. You are not going to believe this. I turned, and then everyone turned, and also looked at where the sound was coming from. And it turned out that the sound was coming from a cube sheep. It was like a baa sound. The sheep had like pink wool for some reason. I don't really know why. I guess the others were as confused as I was because Phil was all like, "What the hell?" I also noticed Kevin had like the Tesseract from the Avengers movie. That was weird. And then all of a sudden we just like jumped to this dark house thing. But it was just Kevin and I. We were already inside of it, and there was this dude in a blue shirt in there. He had this long hair and a beard, but it wasn't Fubby. There was also this like big brown cube in there. The guy in the blue shirt kind of walked behind the cube and turned to us, and we walked up to it too. And then the guy was all like, "This is a crafting table. Here's how it works. You place these elements in different patterns." And he took these like little metal sticks, I guess, and placed them in this weird pattern on the table. Then he was all like, bam, and he slammed this hammer down on the table, and the metal things he placed kind of formed into this sword. Kevin seemed pretty impressed. I wasn't really. I was like, you want to see a blade? I'll show you a blade. And then I took some metal things that I guess were in my pocket, and I put them on the table. Kevin tossed me this hammer. I slammed the hammer down on the table, and it made, I guess there were buckets, like cube buckets. I don't really know. But then we like appeared in the same kind of forest from before, but dark. It was just Kevin and I again, and actually, it looked like Kevin had just chopped some wood from a tree. I was pretty excited about that, like getting some wood. But then like I glanced behind me, and there was this weird big green thing moving toward me. And I tell you, I booked it. I started running. But then like I reappeared in a different place again. I think this was the most weird one. It was like this castle. We were on one of the walls, I think. And actually, it was all of us again. It was me and Phil and Kevin and Fubby and that blue shirt guy. There was a fire burning the castle wall. And then the blue shirt guy just kind of like used around 15% concentrated power of will to make the fire stop. It was wild. And then Kevin asked, "Who are you?" And the blue shirt guy said, "I am Steve." And then he gave us this weird look. We kind of looked at each other confused. And I was like, okay. And then Fubby said something like, "This guy is such a tool bag." I don't know what that means, but sure. Then we saw this like army of man-pig things raiding this town below us. And it looked like the Steve guy was going to do something to help him, but that's all I remember of it. It's a really weird one. Actually, I started taking your advice, Duane. But I kind of improved it. So you talked about like peeing in a bottle to remember your experiences more. So I started doing that, but I realized I wasn't really like remembering enough of them. So I started drinking the piss from the bottles just a little bit before bed every night. And that's actually really helped and improved. And I had this really vivid experience because of it. So I think that's kind of the way to go.
Well, at least the first step is that when you were playing your game, which is your normal consciousness, you did decide to take the risk and do something different, which is a good step. Okay? And so, whatever you experienced, wherever you went, it's fine. So Fubi was there, all right? So to make sure that you were okay, that's the basic idea. And you met somebody new who was Steve, and Steve can do particular things, etc. And so it's really a very simple experience. So in other words, you're having this experience, you're picking up things as you go. In other words, these are things out of the ordinary. And notice how you describe it. Oh, it's a weird place, it's strange, whatever. Well, you see, if you lived there and you came here, what would you be saying? The same thing. You see? It's all strange, Eric. What you're doing, video games and whatever, it's all friggin' strange. But what it's doing, it's getting you out of your normal routine, okay? Step by step. And this takes years. It takes a lot of years to really start to understand how to be indifferent to what you've learned. And it's so embedded in all of us. I still go through it. I still have to deal with myself. We have two parts to ourselves, basically. That is the awareness and the personal self that we created. Now, there's a very good movie from the 60s. I saw it in high school in like 1966. Okay? Yeah, that's way back there before the dinosaurs. Okay? It's called Forbidden Planet. Very, very good with Leslie Nielsen. I recommend you see that movie because you will learn a lot from that movie. Forbidden Planet with Jack Kelly.
Is that
Leslie.
the best movie to kind of learn what this experience means?
In other words, you know, it's kind of funny, Eric. You know, it's like, look at where you are right now, where you're sitting, what you're doing right now. You know, if you could only see it objectively, you would see that. What does it mean? Doesn't mean nothing. Okay, but it's something. See, it's a reference for you.
Yeah, it is pretty meaningless.
These things, yes, it is. It really is. Once you have the awareness, because eventually, when
Speaking
you
of
have
awareness, actually, tomato awareness has been selling really well.
When you
I
have
suggest
the
you go and buy some
awareness
from the store.
to see what's really going on, you will see the difference and it as a reference. But right now, it is your reality. So again, if you want that to continuously be your reality, then stick with it. That's you. You have that choice. You have that right. If you want to see more and become more aware and self-sufficient, well, then you keep going with the new you and the real guidance, all right? Or just stay the same. That's up to you. So again, the basic idea of what you're going through, because it's all funny and it doesn't seem to make sense, but it does make sense, but you just have to learn to see it. So again, it's breaking up your old thinking patterns, but that's going to take a lot. It's going to take a whole lot of experience. And besides, look at your attitude. It all comes from your attitude. First of all, you think the experience is weird. All right. So that's saying that you're not willing to see things different yet. You're just saying, oh, the experience is weird. It's different. It's weird. See, you're not willing to see things different. So until you are actually willing and deciding to see things different, then you will see it differently. But other than that, it's just going to seem weird to you because you want to just stay the same. You see, you are your own problem. And it's up to you to solve your own problem or not. Just stay the problem. Stay Mr. Donut. Okay? Now, if that doesn't make sense, that's fine too. But again, all life is awareness. Oh, that's a blessing, isn't it? His mic stopped working, Phil. Okay, that's good. No, don't try to fix it. It's fine. We're fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
Eric, all life is awareness. I'm proud of you.
Yes, I like this. I like this. This is the new Eric. He just, you know, it's like sign language.
Wait, Eric actually knows sign language.
Good, yeah. Gonna start my software. Yes, okay. I like this. This is good, Eric. He must be a fast typer. Most gamers are. You guys are fast typers, aren't you?
Yeah, and here I sit and bubble with keys.
Yeah, but I'll bet Eric's fast typer. Yeah, he is. I'll bet he's fast typer. Yeah. I once knew this gal. She was a secretary for a legal firm. I mean, when she typed, it was, I'm not kidding you, literally a machine gun.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you, Phil. Just, brrr, she typed so freaking fast. She was so good. Her name was Sandra Goff. I remember her from, that's like probably 50 years ago. She was a sweetheart.
She's still alive?
I don't know. I haven't seen those people. That was when I was somewhere else many, many years ago, but I couldn't believe how fast she typed. I mean, you can't even think that fast. It was like a machine gun, literally. She was
crazy.
Just, I know. Some people are that good. Some people are fast typers, but she was unbelievable. Like a film that you'd speed up. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. I know, and I'm a writer, and I'm not a typist. I got to look at the keys and whatever, but it's fine. I don't mind. I take my.
Is my mic working?
Oh no,
Welcome back.
You're back. Oh no, you're back.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
Okay, now we got to deal with it, Phil.
You crew, we gather round real guides, bring the truth profound. These are Germans here. Follow me to the message clear. Go Paul, Das and Paul. They say Duane The Writer leads the way. Time to madness, it's bright. Gotta wake up, see the light. change the mental hold. Truth unfold, the storms our guide, a cosmic drive. Break the chains, the mental hold. The truth unfold, the story told. We strong, and unite front. Against the darkness we will hunt. Time to break the simulation spell with new you power. We are skibbity new you, breaking free from the matrix. Dark forces lurking, reptilian scheme. That lies that control a twisted dream. You together we rise above.